Lately on the football fields we're increasingly seeing more women referees, but for some reason many still believe that football is an exclusively male game and ladies have it tough. Today at Footballtastic we will tell you about cases when referees were humiliated because of their gender. Wendy Thomas became the first woman to be trusted to referee at high-level matches. She worked as an assistant referee and as a fourth referee in EPL games. Being a pioneer wasn't easy. From the very first match, fans made fun of her forms and they said that football rules are a more serious book than a collection of recipes. In 2016, at the match of the 4th division of the Championship of Argentina, the player of the Football Club Deportivo Merlo, Emmanuel Francis, hit the line ref Maria Rocco. The game against Argentina de Colomos ended in a brawl. Players of Deportivo were outraged that the ref cancelled 2 goals and decided to attack the head ref with claims. Maria Rocco ran towards her colleague to help him out. Soon after, irritated Emmanuel hit the girl on the back of the head and hid behind the teammates. After the fight, the Argentinian Football Federation disqualified the player for 22 matches. Mircea Lucescu has always been famous for scandalous actions and statements about the refs. Once, after a Dynamo Kiev vs Apollon game, Lucescu stated that Dynamo scored suspicious goals and blamed it all on the ref for this game, Natalia Rachinskaya. I still wouldn't put women to work at games because they're too sentimental and therefore perhaps begin to help some teams, said the Romanian coach. The press and social networks burned Lucescu so much that at the next meeting with Rachinskaya, Mircea gave the referee a bouquet of flowers. In 2011, Sky Sports commentator even lost his job due to his unacceptable actions towards the assistant referee. Before the match, Liverpool-Wolverhampton, Richard Keys and Andy Gray did not notice that they were already on air and said something they probably regret. They discussed whether Sian Macy deserves to judge a match between 2 teams of this level and urged someone to explain to the girl what is an offside position. Keys was sure that the lineswoman will make at least one serious mistake in the game. He was wrong. The female ref worked flawlessly, and in a difficult episode when Torres scored the first goal, she didn't raise her flag, although before the replays everyone was sure that there was an offside. After all the criticism fell upon the 2 commentators, Richard and Andy publicly apologized to the female ref, despite the fact the veteran of journalism still lost his job. Channel management explained it this way: Andy Gray's contract has been terminated for unacceptable actions. Whereas the leadership of Czech Sparta came up with an interesting punishment for their players. Lukas Vaca and Tomas Kubek were punished for sexist statements that they allowed themselves towards the referee. They said the place of a woman is in the kitchen, not on the football field. As a part of punishment, Tomas and Lukas were appointed ambassadors of Women's Champions League, and for a few days they were transferred to the women's soccer team, where the guys were shown that a woman can stand not only at the kitchen stove. A similar situation occurred in the 2nd Ukrainian league. Although the coach of Minai escaped with only a fine, after the game with FC Veres, Igor Krakovchenko addressed the female referee Kristina Capricorn with the following: "Why didn't we win? Very simple. There wasn't enough quality in the referee. I usually never talk about the refs, but now it is a necessity. If a woman doesn't understand football, she needs to start giving birth to children instead. Yes, giving birth to children and not refereeing matches. Do you understand?" In Spain, in the match between UE Valls and Cambrils Junior, the ref stopped the game to kick off the fan who insulted her off the stadium. The fan was unhappy with the decision the ref made and shouted, "Go wash the dishes!" The audience in the stands supported Martha's Galega decision with a standing ovation. And in the end, I'd like to recall a couple of funny moments associated with the famous referee Bibiana Steinhaus. She's not only the first female referee in the Bundesliga, but also a policeman. I'm sure everyone saw the footage where Peter Niemar inadvertently patted Bibiana on the chest. 3 years later, there was a similar situation with Steinhaus and the defender of Ingolstadt. Bibiana is a popular referee and has repeatedly become the victim of jokes and flirts of football players. One of the pranksters, Frank Ribéry, was getting ready to shoot his free kick, and while doing that he quietly untied the referee's shoelaces. Guardiola too tried to get closer to Steinhaus, but she answered rather rudely and threatened him with disqualification. However, there's still one person from football who managed to conquer Bibiana's heart. She has a relationship with the best referee of modern world, Howard Webb, who for her sake even left his wife and 3 children. There is another funny story connected with Steinhaus. In 2016, she assisted a player with a goal. Of course, the ball bounced from the ref by chance, but the fact remains. And we've reached the end of the video. How do you feel about female referees? Write your thoughts down in the comments below, subscribe to the channel, watch my other videos at Footballtastic, and see you soon guys. Bye bye!